As like some of you, I'm sure we first remember seeing Ruby Starr on Don Kirshner's rock concert when she was singing with Black Oak, Arkansas on their hit song Jim Dandy. It sure seemed to me that Ruby got as much camera time as old Jim Dandy himself, and well deserved too. The producers knew the goods and Ruby had them. Her raspy voice, poofed up red hair, sly facial expressions, and short skirt with long legs constantly moving in perfect time. She could sure captivate an audience. Ruby had what it takes. Her vocals in the song Jim Dandy were good, but it didn't give her much of an opening to show off what a fantastic voice she really had. It was only years later that I was able to find that out myself. So let's take a little time here and see what she was all about, and where her music took her and how it ended for this ball of fire and talent known to her family and friends as Connie, but to all of us as Ruby Starr. Constance Henrietta Mierzwiak. She was born November 30th, 1949 in Toledo, Ohio. She was known to her family and friends as Connie. Her father was Richard, known as Dick, and her mother Henrietta, known as Henny. She had a brother and a sister, Richard Jr. and Suzanne Bonita. She started performing at the age of 9, singing country music using the stage name Connie Little. Toledo area audiences might have remembered her as Connie and the Blue Beats, or performing with country groups known as the Downtowners or the Blue Grange Ramblers. She also played several times atop a flatbed truck in the parking lot of the Colony Shopping Center, or, according to her mother, she took to the makeshift stages at concession stands at the local drive-in theaters in Toledo to entertain the moviegoers. At that time, Connie was still young and singing the sweet ballads of Brenda Lee and Dusty Springfield. But then, as she grew into her teen years, the pretty young Connie, with a huge crown of afro red hair, found rock and roll, a new voice, and a new adventure. She joined the band Ruby Jones in 1969. In 1971, they were signed to Curtom Records and recorded their first album. Shortly after that album's release, Black Oak, Arkansas's lead vocalist Jim Dandy Mangrum heard her where she was performing at a club. Some say this happened in Iowa, and some say in Indiana. But either way, he asked her on the spot to join the band. She accepted and took on the name of Ruby Starr. She toured with Black Oak, Arkansas, and was perhaps best known as the co-singer in their 1973 hit single, Jim Dandy. A year later, she had formed her own group, touring as Ruby Starr and Grey Ghost, but still performing with Black Oak, Arkansas at times. But by late 1970s, Ruby had decided to leave the hard life of the road act, and she settled in Milwaukee, Wisconsin area. It became her adopted home, and she became a popular act in the region, where she formed a group known as Lucy Gray. Despite her unique style with a powerful voice and a few good albums under her belt, she never quite grabbed that brass ring of fame. So in the early 1990s, Ruby moved to Las Vegas, playing at casinos and hotels on the Strip, such as the Riviera and the Stardust, as well as many local clubs. During this period, the Ruby Starr Band also performed as the opening acts for Kansas, the Fabulous Thunderbirds, and April Wine. It was there that she started to have health problems and was soon diagnosed with lung cancer and a brain tumor. So she headed back to Ohio, and it was there that she passed away on January 14th, 1995, at the age of 45. She is buried at the Ottawa Hills Memorial Park in Toledo, Ohio. I still don't know why Ruby didn't climb the ladder of fame any higher in her early years. She had the voice, she had the looks, she had the stage presence. Maybe she, like so many others, just didn't get the right breaks at critical points in time during her career. Who really knows? If any of you out there have any thoughts on this, I'd sure like to hear them. I'll put some of my favorite links of Ruby's songs and performances here on YouTube in the description below, and then leave you all with some words I found that was in her obituary. No matter how much she traveled, and no matter where her life had taken her, she never forgot where home was, and in the end, she came home when the song of her life finally ended. Thanks all for watching. If you see fit, please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it.